Down south, they got this thing called tornado chasers, but up here in northern Wisconsin, I'm a snow chaser. We got some marginal weather here today. There's been some snow that's been falling, but it hasn't been real intense. And there's only a couple areas that actually are holding really much of any snow at all. So I'm just driving, and we're gonna just keep going till I find some snow and get on it and see if I can start cutting some tracks. I know that there's some snow a little further away. It's a little pocket, but it's on some good public land. It's gonna take a little while to get there. Be about opening light by the time I get down to the spot that I want to get to. It's my only chance in rifle season here in Wisconsin to do it because we haven't been getting any snow at all. Just had terrible conditions so far this year for any sort of buck tracking. Really frustrating. We'll see what happens. So bad news, there's no snow. Pretty disappointing. Spent a lot of time driving down here this morning to get to this area and nothing. There's nowhere else anywhere nearby where there would be potential for snow. Might have just been too hot. Right now it's 29 degrees. It's ideal. But you know what? I guess I'm just going to make the most of it. One of the ideas that I'm rolling around at this point is finding a river or a creek and just cutting country along it and calling and sitting and still hunting and, you know, just doing one of those old school kind of methods of hunting. So just driving along and I see this nice rub. Guess I'm not totally out of the game, huh? Got another rub right there too. Man, that's 3 rubs in this area. Oh, there's another rub right there. Holy cow. We got a nice buck in here. He's just leaving rubs all over this road here. And a little further up, we got another rub. Holy cow. We have another rub. I mean, this is just insane. Boy, this buck is just laying down some crazy amounts of sign. That gives me a little bit of hope. I think that he's going to the private land to feed and coming back to bed. He's going in a direction like this, headed back towards a river. So I'm gonna slip in along that river and see if I can't, you know, just do a little calling and just lightly moving through there. Are you kidding me? Oh my gosh. Look at this. We have got rub after rub after rub in this little spot here. I mean, he has tore it to shreds. Look at this. Rub, 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 rub. More rubs. More rubs. Holy cow. This is crazy. I'm starting to wonder if I'm in his core area or if that's a staging area before he goes out to the field. But that is heavy, heavy, heavy sign. Like, I haven't seen that in a long time. I'm gonna poke along here and see if I can find some sign and maybe do a little bit of calling.
It's almost 9 o'clock. I already ate 1 little dibby, 2 cups of coffee, thinking about another little dibby. But I gotta savor it. I gotta wait. I'm planning on sitting here all day and stay tuned. We'll see what happens.
Big Woods hunters need gear to withstand the elements, and Big Woods Bucks has what you need. To learn more about our wool hunting and outdoor gear, go to bigwoodsbucks.com.
I just heard some deer running. It sounded like there might have been 2 of them, so I'm guessing that it was probably a doe and a fawn. At least we're into some deer.
a buck came in. I shot him. I forgot to hit the record. I'm pretty excited. I think I got a good hit. He did a good kick. Let's go see if I can find some blood. As soon as after I shot out of his tent, I don't know what happened, but super big bummer, but I don't know if my barrel hit it or what, but that's a bummer. So initially I have some decent blood. I'm not gonna push it though. I'm super paranoid, so I'm just gonna let it sit for a little bit, but initially I had good blood.
I've got an habitat change up here. There looks like a pond or something over there. And it gets pretty thick and woolly here, so I'm gonna try a little bit of calling and just sit and relax for a little bit and listen.
So he's starting to bleed a little more now. Here he is, boys. I mean, the body on that thing is massive. I haven't shot a buck in 8 years. Hey Shane, you're gonna have fun gutting this thing out.
Yeah, right.
You won't do that for your poor old papa?
Nope.
It's not very old. I think it's only 2.5-year-old 8-pointer, but tell you what, it's been a long time. I'm thrilled. I can't be happier.
Our diverse seed mix, combined with our 1-2 system, produces healthy deer. If you want to learn more about our 1-2 system, go to vitalizeseed.com.
Meh. So the river is just on the hillside there. And I'm going to probably try to stay up on the ridge top here and just kind of slowly poke along. This is where I really wanted to get to. There's already a nice deer trail right here. There's potential that a deer could just be cruising along the edge of this a couple steps at a time and poke along. I really like this spot right here because I can tuck in by the side of this tree and be in the shade of the tree so that my movements aren't being profiled by the sun. I've also got this tree in front of me here, so I look like I'm part of the cluster of trees. I'm not going to sit and wait super long, just enough that I can make sure that I'm not missing something coming towards me. I want to be able to hear the deer coming, crunch, 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 before it gets to me, so that if I hear it, then I can get in position for a shot, or at least to be able to get a visual on it. One thing I've noticed is that it works best when I plant both feet. And wait, there was a couple times earlier when I was kind of like on one foot in a weird off-kilter position, and I ended up making more noise doing that than if I just plant both feet, sit, listen. You got both feet underneath you, then you're not going to lose your balance, and then you can really focus on listening. Fresh deer tracks and fresh poop. You can see there's this washout from a creek that goes down to the river, and everything pinches down to right here on this trail. Every deer coming through this area is going to cross right here. Super nasty thick this way, ditch that way, path. Spots like these are ones that I don't mind taking a little more time in. One of the things that can make a location like this so good is because deer are coming through here all the time. So if they hear a deer sound, it's not suspicious. Scrape. This is a good area. This is the crossing that goes across this river here. And there's a rub there, rub right there. Got that scrape back there. I mean, there's a lot of sign that comes together in this one here. It's really thick and gnarly, and this is where it kind of like, there's a habitat change for this creek, where it opens up enough where they can slip through. This is definitely a hot spot.
Talk about a fun, different kind of way to hunt. Makes me really wish that I had some tracking snow with the size of antlers and just how big that buck was. I may have to go back to that area if I can get some snow because he was that nice. I know my dad's doing some hunting back behind his place. He's got a pretty nice buck that's back there, so we'll have to wait and see what happens for him. Dad just got him. Let's go over and see that buck.
Isn't it? Yeah, what do you think of that, Eli and Maddie?
Look, its teeth. It's big. Big buck.
I was surrounded with deer, and he came right underneath my... He's at the... And I'm trying not to breathe too hard. I still don't have my gun. He's 5 yards away, and I don't have my gun because I got deer everywhere. Yeah. You know? And then he kind of darted after a few of them, so I could reach over, grab my gun quick, and get on him. And he was quartering. I shot because I'm not going to get another opportunity.
Yeah.
It's okay.
Hey, it's okay, buddy.
1, 2, 3. Cheese.